you doing, people? Good. How's everybody doing today? Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Make sure to love yourself and God. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Make sure to love yourself before you love anybody else. Good morning. Good. Enjoy your donut. I mean, the bacon, egg, and cheese. And drinking coffee. It is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Congratulations. Hello, JP. Welcome. Whew. How you doing, Cakes Boo? How you doing, Cakes Boo Boo? Happy Valentine's Day, Cakes Boo. It's been alright. Drinking coffee. Just lower back pain, but otherwise it's good. Don't forget, if you're new, hit that like and subscribe button. Even if you're not new, hit that like. If you're old, if you're new. No, I didn't get no flowers. Thank you. Cause I should have bought you flowers and take your hand. Cause I was on my words. Take some time, on my back hurts. Ooh. Oops. That's good. Spending time with family is important. That's cool. I'm taking some time. Ooh, taking some time, on my back hurts. Family is important. Yep. You should lie down. Oh no, not right now. Later. Well, I got back a fin. Let me take that as well. And gabapentin. That should help. How you doing? 3 kids. Yep, I remember you. So I can, so I don't. So I don't do it again. So remember me. So remember me. So remember me. I got a headache outside too, so. That's cool. So remember me. And I'll be there. So remember me. That's cool. You're doing good in college. Hi, I've been TLC Thomas. That's good. College is not for everybody, but I gotta take my meds. It's not that cold today, though. In New York City, it's not that cold where I live. It's cold, but not that cold. I took the medication, so it should kick in a few. How you doing, Cakes Boo? Good? Cakes Boo Boo. Boo Boo. You want a boo boo? What a boo boo? Boo boo. About to take a smoke a joint. My birthday's in April, on April 7th. It's a couple weeks from now. I think 7 weeks, I believe, 7 weeks from now. Oh. Woo! So I'll be live on my birthday. Tell your son I said happy birthday. Happy, I'll sing for him. I'll sing happy birthday to him. My thing is coming today, so my soundbar is supposed to be here by midday, so how you doing, Park Jones? Please like and subscribe. Oh. Gee, that's good she texted you. I miss her a lot, but a lot of my friends have been disappearing. It makes me sad, but I've been depressed lately because a lot of my friends have been disappearing. I hope Jess Metz is not one of them. Tell her that I said that. Oh, I feel like crying, but I shouldn't cry. Sorry. Whew. Let it out, Brian. It's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable, Brian. It's okay. Whew. Whew. Hmm. Whew. Wow. We got some news. How you doing, Debbie? Thank you for joining me. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. This guy's telling the truth. She's not what? Don't forget to like and subscribe. CNN. Okay.
So don't be alarmed when you hear language like that. But I do want law enforcement professionals to remain professionals, get a good crisis communication person in there, and not have these things that either you're going to say something or you're not. But don't put it out and go with that because it doesn't look like they're communicating well together. And they need to keep those things behind the scenes and just do what they need to do and put out information that is critical so the community can help.
One of our things happened or things happening in this area about 2 miles from Anthony Guthrie's home. It required a search warrant, right? So what does that signify to you in terms of
I'm still
quality
here.
of a lead or evidence for a judge to sign off on that and allow SWAT to go there?
So whatever they had, it required probable cause, and you cannot get probable cause and a search warrant without having some
And sometimes we compare ourselves.
that will allow them to draft up that warrant and allow them, more importantly,
Sometimes we
to sign off on it.
sometimes we compare ourselves to other YouTubers as well, and that could stress us out. I'm kind of depressed as sometimes. So when we see other YouTubers be successful, that can make us depressed as well. Like, and we shouldn't compare ourselves.
And just do the search. The search was extensive. It is still going on.
So like when I see the lab, he has like
The location and to ensure the safety of
like when I see the lab, he has like 1,000 people live, and I only have four. That makes me sad. Or even when I see Rich, he has like 15.
clothing, even if there are animals in the house,
That makes me sad.
whether there's any trace evidence.
Which I understand. I only have like 1,000 or something subs.
And with those cars, they might
I know eventually I'll grow,
that needed to be
and I have to have patience. But
to go do it. So this didn't just happen really quickly, even though they probably have
time is patience is a virtue. That's the saying.
probably longer than
And eventually, I'll become successful. I'm doing a great job so far.
And also, Sonny, CNN drone footage showed law enforcement with flashlights searching
And
the area
I'm
outside,
happy I'm doing pretty
while
good.
flashes were seen inside
But
the home, likely forensic photography. What, if anything, can you take away from that?
and I thank you.
I can take away that they're doing their job and that they have to take all of these photos.
Thank you. Thank you everybody
That they saw in the house, they
for
have
being
said,
here. I
"Let's go
appreciate it.
outside and look." But either
Thank
way,
you, Cake Spool.
searches are, I've said this earlier, zoom in and zoom out. So
Thank you, the person that just said
law
you love my videos.
what they have on the inside.
Thank you, Jeff Smets. Thank you, Sean B. I know you're not here now.
As people are walking down the streets, as they're moving about in the community, as they're moving about around their homes, we all might drop something. People tend to discard.
And it's appreciated.
They discard cigarettes. They drop papers. They drop.
I guess the reason
by touching things and sweat. So
the reason I feel this way as well is because when I grew up, when I was younger.
take the photos because someone like
No, I'm not standing. No, I'm sitting. The reason I feel this way as well because when I grew up, I wasn't wanted.
for the defense, did they do this properly? Did they have this correctly? And
So,
when they did the
it's not
analysis
easy.
and they have my client, do they have the right information based on what I'm seeing in the photos and the evidence that they have collected? All of these things are very critical. So we're looking at the investigation, but Longlands also has to consider what happens in the prosecution.
And Sonny, our teams on the ground.
Does that make sense?
All roads have reopened, and investigators have left that area at least for the night. Earlier, a CNN photojournalist at a fast food restaurant about 4 minutes drive away from where the major police activity is happening captured video of the FBI taking pictures of a car in a parking lot there. Now, it's important to note CNN has not been able to confirm whether this is connected to the Guthrie case, but given that the FBI was on scene at the Culver's restaurant as well, does that give you pause to think it may very well be connected? Does the FBI usually join traffic stops or other police activity just because they're in the area?
This case is unusual. They could have seen something that sparked their interest just in the moment and decided, let's go ahead and get the pictures of this particular car. Because we are looking at 14 days now. I think it is incumbent upon them
No, it's
to do
marijuana. Why you
everything that
access?
they can, even if it's something that's in the moment. If it's digital, they can always go back to it. And if it turns out to be
If I,
non-violent,
oh, I see it already. Finally.
turns out non-violent, later on, it will be another violation. So,
Shut up.
Are doing something by a tire. They had a cloth up earlier.
My sound bar is here, guys. We got to
Vehicle as well.
we got to see my sound bar.
So see, they're looking for something very specific. And in the tires,
Over there.
and everything around Nancy Guthrid's home.
Over there.
You go to that area, even though it might be the same type of dirt, there's something unique in that. So they need to be looking at the track. They're looking on the inside of the car. And cars tend to be secondary crime scenes. And that's really critical. So anything that you can glean from a car is going to be important. You will have saliva, it will sweat, potential DNA, blood, anything in there that might be related to the home of Nancy Guthrie's fingerprint. So
You
cars
see, guys?
really
Ooh, stress in my back. So basically, it helps. This helps me like make. It's gonna help me make money. So I play music. Not only music, but also like basically make sound. I'm gonna figure it out now.
around in the area with law enforcement.
Look, guys.
Sunny Slaughter, really appreciate your expertise. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to our viewers here in the United States and all around the world.
Unlocking.
We begin this hour with Tucson, Arizona.
So
All roads are now open in the area. There had been a
yeah,
flurry of
I made you a mod. Thank you for coming. It's called Streaming Deck, Desktop Revolution, Streaming Console Hub. So
the FBI. No additional information is currently available. Now the sheriff said earlier they are
then we gotta find out how to use it. Warranty card.
forensics trucks were on the scene or left just a short while ago, and the focus of
No, I'm not trans.
appears to have been a residence that's about 2 miles from Guthrie's home.
Ooh, look.
More than a dozen law enforcement vehicles were seen at the location, and CNN's Ed Lavandera was very
You don't have to always be on, but try to be on as much as you can.
What we witnessed in this neighborhood just 2 miles away from where Nancy Guthrie lives is some of the most significant law enforcement activity we've seen in this 2-week-long investigation and search for the 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. This neighborhood is part of Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood. You can access it.
That's fine. Just don't talk about your age here. Thank you.
A long stream of law enforcement vehicles, forensic vehicles, SWAT vehicles descending down the street and on Friday night. It is not clear what has happened in terms of who, if anyone has been taken into custody. Authorities here are simply not saying at this point. But local law enforcement officials said that the information was being held at the request of the FBI. Presumably, this means that they're working to get more clarity.
We're going to find out how to do this. Because I need to make dinero. So, obviously, I'm not going to throw this out because I can't. So,
Overlooking the city, as we know, as we reported over the last few weeks, this part of the neighborhood where Nancy Guthrie lives sits in the foothills of Tucson, overlooking the city. And so we await to see what kind of news this brings. The search has lasted several hours, presumably will continue lasting. Caretakers or landscapers, and that they do not know whose DNA that is. So that is a huge piece of evidence at this moment.
I'm not
As we
okay.
wait to see where that might lead them. And we also know that the sheriff said that they have received tens of thousands of tips, especially after the video of the
Oh,
suspect on the
yep,
front
right here.
porch of Nancy Guthrie's home
I know
emerged several days
nothing
ago.
to
It
do.
is not clear whether or not the tip from that video release is what led investigators to carry out this operation here tonight in Tucson. Ed Lavendera, CNN, Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson.
And thank you. For more on this investigation, I want to bring in Chief Charles Ramsey, Senior Law Enforcement Analyst for CNN. Charles, so good to have you with us because of your significant law enforcement experience. And so first, what's your understanding of what's happened in the last 24 hours or so as we come up on now nearly 2 weeks since Nancy Guthrie went missing?
Well, I mean, they're continuing to get tips, and
Let me plug this in. We'll find out right now if it works.
indication that they got a tip that appeared to be somewhat credible, at least more than some of the other tips. You know, tips come in like that, they're getting thousands. You do try to
Ooh, that's cool. Look.
seem more credible than others. But this is one with the kind of response they got. They really felt that perhaps this was something that could lead them to the individual responsible for the crime, or certainly a critical piece of evidence. And so those things are going to happen, but because they're not saying anything, we won't know for sure. But certainly, it really was the result of some information that they received that they thought had some level of credibility to it.
And that lack of information being provided, I want to get into a little bit more.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You know, sir, the workings of SWAT teams executing search warrants when they go into a house. Talk to us about that process if you can. How does a team prepare? How much are they having to consider potential evidence when entering? And what do they do when encountering multiple people?
Well, what the SWAT team basically does is secure the location. Now, they train days and days at a time. You know, it's constant. The training. It's a very dangerous job to make a forced entry. You know, years ago when I worked in narcotics in the Chicago Police Department, we executed a lot of search warrants.
How you doing, fugitive?
We did execute our own warrants. And you break down a door and you go inside, you never know what's on the other side. So their first primary responsibility is to secure the scene. Then you have forensic teams that come in and actually search for evidence. So the SWAT team is critical when it comes to making sure that, you know, everyone can remain safe.
How you doing?
Both the police as well as people inside the building. And they're experts in doing just that.
Let me see, make
But are
sure.
SWAT teams having to worry about whether they disturb potential evidence as they're entering or no?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always concerned, but you have to be concerned about safety. You don't want to get shot in the process either. And so you're going to make entry, and you're going to do it as quickly as you can, secure the scene, and then allow forensics to come in and search the area. But there's no way you can break down a door, go into a home, you don't know where everything is located, and perhaps not disturb something, but not to a level where it may hamper the investigation. Our forensics teams can really come in and gather evidence that most people would just walk by and not even think is evidence.
Understood. So we had the Pima County Sheriff, as you mentioned, first indicate that there would be some sort of press conference at the site of this law enforcement activity. Then they say there will only be a statement. Then the statement is more or less a non-statement, confirming the activity is connected to the Guthrie case and divulging that the FBI requested no more information be released.
Hello, how you doing from Ohio?
Why this particular mix of ingredients played out like this?
Well, you know, bad guys watch television too, and this is an individual who obviously watches the news. I mean, there were a few letters that this is the same person were sent to news stations, not to the family. And so you play it as safe as you can, and this could be a critical piece of information that you don't want to make public. That's not uncommon at all. I know people, you know, want to know a lot of things going on, but there's a difference between wanting to know and really needing to know. And in many instances, some of the things that you recover, some of the information you gather, there's only a small group of people that really need to know what that information is. And you keep it close to the vest. You know,
Give me 1 second, I'll look for it.
People that come in and confess the crimes they did not commit simply because they've seen it or read about it in the media. And so you want to be able to connect the dots. This is a very sensitive case. Time is not their friend. This is 2 weeks now that Nancy's been missing, and at her age and health condition, that is not good. And so they're doing everything they can, but the fact that they're not releasing some information is really not unusual in a case like this.
Okay, so does that mean, Chief, that there's not the possibility or any sense that anything could have been found at the home where the family maybe would need to be notified first before any public announcements?
Well, it's hard to tell, but you certainly would want the family not to see it.
A sound thing.
Something that is really
I'm here.
something
Trying to figure it out.
of concern or interest, you would notify the family. As far as the public in general goes, not necessarily, but certainly the family. You never want the family to be in a situation where they learn things through the media. They should have direct contact with investigators.
Chief, where do you see this going from here? What happens next?
They're going to continue to push. They're going to continue to grind. They're going to continue to do everything they possibly can to.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about age here, guys.
That's the key, and find the person responsible for this crime. And they're not going to give up. They're not going to stop, however long it takes. I mean, you know, I know we're all impatient. We want to see things resolved very quickly, but that's not real life. That's not the way these things go. It's a complicated case, but you've got good people on it. The FBI, Pima County, they'll use whatever resources they need to be able to be successful in resolving this.
Charles Ramsey, thank you for sharing your expertise
What the hell?
with us. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
We are following breaking news out of Tucson, Arizona, where investigators have left the scene near Nancy Guthrie's home. All roads now are reopened in the area, and there has been a flurry of law enforcement activity overnight. Investigators, they were on the scene for roughly 4 hours. The sheriff's department posting a social media post a short while ago saying, quote, because this is a joint
Go ahead, explain.
at the request of the FBI, no additional information is currently available. Now, the sheriff said earlier they are, quote, actively working a lead near Guthrie's home. The focus of the intense police activity appears to be at a residence about 2 miles from Guthrie's house. More than a dozen law enforcement vehicles were seen at the location, including SWAT and forensics trucks and what appear to be federal vehicles. We'll, of course, have more on this investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie ahead as we continue our breaking news coverage.
I don't use a filter, bro.
I'm Brian Abel, and this we are following breaking news out of Tucson, Arizona, where investigators have now left the scene near Nancy Guthrie's home. All roads are back open at this hour. There had been a flurry of law enforcement activity overnight. On social media just a short while ago saying, quote, because this is a joint investigation at the request of the FBI, no additional information is currently available. Now, the sheriff said earlier they were actively working a lead. The focus of intense police activity, it appears to have been a residence that's about 2 miles from Guthrie's home. And for more on the search for Nancy Guthrie, I want to bring in Gil Carrillo, a retired lieutenant with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. And Gil, thank you for your time tonight. It appears this investigation has really shifted into a different gear since that video of a suspect on Nancy Guthrie's porch was released. Seeing the law enforcement presence, seeing that a warrant was signed off on, what does all of this tell you about where this investigation is at this point and how close it may be to being over?
Well, it's impossible to say how close it is to being over. And where they're at is they're obviously holding information back from the public. You don't want to release it because if the public knows, then so does the suspect or suspects involved in this thing, because you better believe that they, in fact, are paying attention to the news. So they're working the case.
All right, enjoy your map.
As they should be, keeping it close to their chest, and then when they get enough information to obtain a search warrant, then they do. So they've been working information. They've been working diligently, hard, 24 hours around the clock. They're not taking breaks to go to bed like the public viewing and everybody else is. They just keep working the case, hoping to get to find Nancy Guthrie. That's their main goal. After that, certainly comes this arrest, but it's just going. Things are starting to fall into place. They're moving. They just can't release what they've done because they don't want to do anything that's going to taint the investigation. So many people have been speculating. It just creates more problems right now.
What can we take away from that? Because we did have the Pima County Sheriff Department earlier in the evening saying that we are going to release a statement. And then when that statement comes out, it's kind of a non-statement. It's basically saying, hey, the FBI is saying let's not share anything. Is there anything that we can take away from that?
Not really. The analogy would be you decide, you and your spouse, you decide, you talk to somebody and say, hey, I'm going to tell you about this, and all of a sudden your wife comes in and says, maybe we shouldn't, and here's why. So then you just have to say, hey, you know what, you're right, and so you stop the statement. They're working in collaboration with each other. I don't see them in conflict. I just, one, maybe depending upon what they found, first they said they're going to release it, then they found something of evidentiary value at the residence or in that car that they picked up, and they decided, well, maybe we just ought to wait till we get a little more without tipping our hat. So you don't know. Only they know what they're doing.
And I do want to ask you about that car. That's another scene about a 4-minute drive down the road from what the majority of...
Oh, what you busy doing?
This was at a Culver's fast food restaurant parking lot. Now, the FBI was there taking pictures of a vehicle, and they appeared to be doing something near the wheel wells, and they put up a curtain, actually, you can see it here, before looking in the back of the SUV. Now, CNN has not confirmed whether or not this is connected to the Guthrie case. Based on the proximity and the FBI presence and what investigators there were doing, do you see any indication it is connected?
Well, knowing the business, I don't think that they would be spending that much time around that vehicle.
That's cool.
With the FBI being involved on anything.
If he was 18, if you're over the 18, you could go and join my Discord.
And looking at the tires tells me that they're looking for tires.
Send pics.
Which means they must
Ooh, look, I found it.
To compare it to. So that's what they're doing, and they could have been using. They were picking at the tires. It looked like, so maybe there's some debris or dirt or certain type of rocks that were pertinent to that location, and they're receiving that. They're taking that into as evidence.
Would that evidence still be secured this many days after her disappearance?
I have no idea what they're working on. I have no
interesting.
idea where that car's been, what it's. I know. I would believe at this point in time, they know, and they're looking at it for a particular reason. And if you don't take it, then if you take it and find nothing, you haven't lost anything other than a little bit of time. But if you don't take it,
take care.
And you miss something, then shame on you. You're leaving no stone unturned.
As they should be. Gil, with your background, with your experience, this far, we're coming up on nearly 2 weeks now since Nancy Guthrie disappeared, or I shouldn't say disappeared, I should say was taken, based on the video that we've seen and what.
Oh, this is cool. You can check the weather. Like if you go to weather. Yeah, Cakes Boo, I got it. It came already. I'm learning how to use it. Oh, you want to see it? Look. I'm just learning how to use it. That's it. What does it do? Like right now, I can check the weather if I wanted to. Right now, it's telling me the date, the weather. Yeah, like right now, I have to find. Like if I go to. Oh, I could press. It's like shortcuts. This one just press the shortcut button. One of them puts me to YouTube. Like this one, another one put me in the internet. I don't know what that means, case boom. I don't know who's spamming. She's sleeping. I just don't give my room to her. Sorry. It's privacy. There's nothing to see out the window, bro. How you doing, Bew and Boston? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yep, I would. I would redo the whole thing. I'll buy a new mattress and everything. What happened to my... What happened to my... Let me see if they send it to my email, because sometimes... What the fuck? I know sometimes that happens. Stupid me. Alright, guys, I'm taking a break. I'll be back later. Thank you for joining me. Bye, guys.